Welcome to week 130. Today, it's about the divine feminine, becoming the lotus, or rising up like the lotus. So the vision that was given me today was that of the relief of lotus on an ancient Egyptian temple, on the walls of an ancient Egyptian temple. And then I also had a vision of a nymph rising up out of the water, and she was, she was the stalk. It was almost like she was the stalk of the lotus, and rising up out of the water. So when we look at this, the lotus flower in ancient Egypt symbolized the rising of the sun at the dawn of creation, and the flower was honored as an image of daily rebirth and resurrection or rejuvenation. So we're reminded that every day, that's what we do every day. We wake up, and when we wake up in the morning, it's a rebirth. And we have a choice every morning of if we choose to take that rebirth or if we choose to stay in the sleeping phase. So each morning when we wake up is, waking up into that reborn. And what do we want? What do we choose? So I'll just read to you what I've written today. It's a reminder that each and every day we're reborn as we awaken to the morning light. And so it is up to us to choose to rise up toward the sun and to be the light, or to the light, to be the light. So it's the divine feminine rising this week. And not last week, but I think the week before, we had the divine masculine rising. And then, excuse me. And then last week we had this whole new world. We didn't have a masculine and a feminine last week. We just had, that's what was being offered to us, this new world. And then this week we had the divine feminine rising up. So in the rising, there must be a time of struggle, or prior to the rising, there's a time of struggle or chaos or something within that we must go through, because this is about the rebirthing. So we have to go through that growth phase. So imagine that you're swallowed up by the muddy waters of a lotus pond, all entangled in the lotus stems, moving through your own struggles and chaos. And all of a sudden, you burst forth, you have your realizations, and you burst out of your emotional state, realize yourself, and becoming the glimmer of light of awakening to the greater you. So feel the freedom. Like if you imagine that, feel the freedom as you burst forward. You're underneath, you can't breathe, you're really tangled up in all of those lotus stems, and then you burst out and feel the freedom of that as you're coming up. So and feel the comforting warmth of the sun to the everlasting light of your soul, and you know the struggle was worth it. So when you look back at what is the struggles that you're going through now, or you've been going through, or that may come up in the days or weeks to come, they were worth it. Once you come through it, you know that they are worth it, because you come through reborn as somebody more than you were, and you won't go back to the way that you were before. So you gain strength each time you rise. But there's always a but, because it's cycles of growth. We know we're always going to go, but there's always, this is the night and the day of consciousness, the night and the day of consciousness. We, the evening comes, the morning comes, we move through the day, the evening comes. So this is consciousness. This is how we live our lives. So we're always being reborn every day. If you like, your day can be every day, or your day can be a month, or your day can be a year. We can choose how fast we want to move through these consciousnesses. And each day we have a choice when we wake up. We have a choice to say, today I wake up to a greater me. And you set your day with affirmations, with positive thoughts, with connecting with your higher self and asking your higher self to guide you throughout the day, and then let it go and move forward. And check yourself each time we slip back into the emotional baggage and chaos and, the murky waters, and we go, hang on, I'm awake now. The healing can happen when I'm asleep. So it's when you come to the realizations and aha moments that you break through the barriers of the emotions that held you down under the waters, and we grow again. So, you know, there's a never-ending cycle, and you can choose to birth forward, bloom and grow, or stay lost and entangled in struggle, struggle, struggle. Now, the word relief. So the pictures on the walls of the temples are called reliefs. And it was really obvious to me that this was a lotus relief. You know, I saw the vision and I thought the relief of the lotuses. So I felt that that was very much about also talking about relief in another way, that we will find relief from our struggles and our chaos and whatever is disturbing us emotionally or whatever. We will find that when we decide to rise in consciousness. So we are the temple. We are the temple. And the relief of the lotus is suggesting that we see ourselves as the lotus, recognize that we are the lotus, you know, unfolding. The lotus, if you like, you can imagine yourself as the blue lotus, and it's very euphoric and, you know, a little bit intoxicating. Or you can be the white lotus, you know, fully embodied with true wisdom and all light. But remember that you are the lotus. You are always the blooming, the growing lotus as you're coming up and you're going down. If you remember that you are the lotus and check yourself, what stage of consciousness are you in right here, right now? And you can do that right now. What stage am I in? Am I feeling like crap? Am I feeling caught up in the emotion? Am I feeling caught up in the struggle? Do I want to stay in the struggle? No, I don't want to stay in the struggle. It feels like crap. Hey, I will acknowledge that sometimes when you're in the struggle, when you're in there and you realize that, hey, you can actually get out of this because you know how, you have the tools, or you can find the tools. And sometimes it's just like, hey, you know, no, I don't want to. I'm enjoying being in here. That's up to you. You can choose whatever you like. But we have that choice to choose. We have that choice to do something, put on some music, lift yourself up, say some affirmations, listen to my sound codes, whatever it is that will help you to lift up out of the doldrums, out of the chaos, and find relief from the struggle. Because each time you find relief, you gain strength to find a bit more relief and a bit more relief, and your answers and things will come. So that's what the message was today. The other interesting thing is that the Egyptian white and blue lotus both come from, they have different names, botanical names, but they both come from the Nymphaea family. I thought that was cool, so it was a good one. So let's have a look at the cards for today. The first card in the base chakra, first rung of the ladder of consciousness for us this week, is card number 40. So card number 40 is all about the heart, spiritual heart. It's about, you know, spiritual love, all about the heart, spiritual, divine, the divine heart. So maybe it's even the higher heart. And the card says, take a step back. Now, if you look at the vision on this card, you can see, this is actually the masculine coming in here, but red and black. Now, I want to tell you, red and black are the colors and the energy of anger, angry energies. And this is a hoop of fire. So he's not ready to step through that ring of fire. So he's taking a step back. I don't really know what that little thing is underneath, maybe a bell. Maybe it's about, you know, timing. So take a step back for a moment, especially with whatever is going on at the moment, whatever is your struggle, your challenge at the moment. Take a step back. Take a step back, take a breath, and wait for a moment until you're in the right space. Never make a choice or make a decision. Never make a decision when you're feeling angry or stressed or you know, in that sort of space. So wait until you're calm, wait until you feel good, and then make your decisions and your choices. So the second card today is Ace of Fire. That's really interesting. We've got the Ring of Fire going on here. We've got the Ace of Fire. So the Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity. So there is this, you know, I don't know, chaos or emotional stuff that may be going on at the moment. And to rise forward, to rise up, this is an exciting opportunity to come to a greater period of growth, career advancement. So this is consciousness advancement. Consciousness advancement. Change your life now. So this is the card in the sacral chakra. It's what you are creating. Change your life now. And look at him standing there, you know, looking very smug with himself. He's actually standing. For a minute, I thought he was in the lotus form, but he's not. But anyway, he's ready to move forward. He's feeling pretty good about it. He's creating his new life. We are creating our new life. Remember last week, we're choosing our new worlds, and we get to choose those new worlds, remember? So don't, you know, if we stay in the period of struggle, then we're choosing more struggle. Do you choose struggle or do you choose peace? Do you choose to move forward? And the third card in the solar plexus is the heart today. So this is about self-love. It all comes back to self-love. And if you're not feeling real good at the moment, then you're not treating yourself with self-love. So remind yourself, self-love, what can I do? Actually, if I wake up every morning and I said, today is going to be a great day, today is the best day, today, you know, I am walking my day filled with joy, and say your mantras, Ila, Ishta, Ila, beloved God, I am, beloved God, I am, Ila, Ishta, Ila, Ila, Ishta, Ila, Ila, Ishta, Ila. This is you connecting in with your higher self and allowing your higher self to guide you through the day. It's a mantra from the light language. So it's bringing that light energy through into your body, into your mind, into your consciousness, and reminding yourself to stay in touch with your higher self. Ila Ishta, Ila, beloved God, I am. And this being in the solar plexus, love who you are, because it's the solar plexus. This is your feeling of self-power, you know, your confidence, how you feel about yourself. So you need to love yourself a little bit more. Love yourself more. Look in the mirror and say, you know what, hey, I'm a pretty good person. I'm a very good person. I'm a brilliant person. I'm a joyous person. I'm a happy person. And today is going to be led by joy, by happiness, by all good things. And watch all the good things open up before you. And the heart card today is card number 2. So this is to do with partnerships or connections with other people. And it's also, again, to do with what are you creating from the heart. And this card actually says refusing to see. So you can see the light up here, but he's got a helmet on. So he's refusing to see, to allow the light to come through. He's put this helmet on. It's not allowing the light to come down into the heart. So what is it? This is the question you need to ask yourself right now. What is it that you are refusing to see that is blocking you receiving all the light that you are to be able to come forward through your clear channel so that you can walk the path forward clearly into your new worlds, into your blossoming as becoming, this is the divine feminine. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, this is the divine feminine within yourself. The divine feminine is rising, wants to rise, but there's something that she is blocking right now. What is it? What is it that you're blocking? And here we have another one here. This is the throat chakra card. So this is to do with communication, and also card number 4 of, so this is to do with the compassionate communicating with compassion. He's sitting again very stubbornly, focused on what's in front of him and possibly missing the opportunity that is being offered to him. So that's the other thing. If you don't step out of your own way and recognize the signs, look at the signs, you may miss the opportunities that are being given to you. Whatever the challenges are that are in front of you right now, whatever they are, see them as opportunities, even if it feels like the world is being really hard on you right now. Maybe the world is being, that's just the way that you see it. If you change your perspective and step back, remember card number 1, step back, spend some time alone, be in your quiet space, get in touch with yourself. This is about self-love. Get in touch with yourself. Self-love. You have all the answers. And the brow chakra card today is card number 1, Nekbet Mathamut. I love saying that, Nekbet Mathamut. And she is the alchemist, wisdom keeper, and grandmother. So this again is saying it's up to you. You are the alchemist. We are the alchemist. We are the ones that change our own consciousness from our less than state, or from our ego state, or from our shadow state, or our negative state, however you want to perceive it, into the beautiful, shining, glowing, brilliant being that you are, that connects very easily with your higher self. You are the alchemist. You transform something common, something ordinary, into something pure, into gold, into wisdom. So transform the lower parts of yourself into something higher. Have a look at that, because that's in the brow chakra, and that again is connecting in with what are you refusing to see. And I don't mean with your eyes, you know, I don't mean that. But the crown chakra card today is Mahachohan Rakowski, and this is the teacher. The teacher is you. When you are ready, when the student appears, you are the student. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. You are also the teacher. Or the experience that comes into your life, the challenge, is your teacher. So if you stop right now and look at all the problems that are happening in your life now, right now, all the challenges, all the chaos, all the yucky moments, and go, you can write them all down. And next to each one of them, whatever it is that you have, you can put next to it, whatever the thing is, dash teacher, the dash teacher, and go, okay, so this is my teacher right now. I am ready for this. I am ready for this challenge. This challenge is my teacher. So when the student is ready, the teacher appears. This is why we need to be spend some time alone. The feminine is rising, but she needs to give herself some self-love. She needs to see what is right in front of her face. She needs to acknowledge that while there may be all of this that she wants, there is something far better being offered to her, if only she will see it instead of refusing to see it. Only she can transform herself into the lotus that she is. She is the alchemist. The teacher is ready. The teacher is ready if the student is ready. So are you ready? And the teacher is life, is everything that is happening around us. It is ourselves, it is experiences, it is the sickness, it is the whatever is going on in your life. That is the teacher. So that's the message for today. The feminine is rising. She's rising into the lotus, the wisdom. The relief is coming when you take note of all of those messages there. When you take note of that it's time to step back. There's something really wonderful coming if you can step back and allow yourself. Give yourself some self-love. Spend some time alone. Really nurture yourself. Really self-love. Start to understand yourself. Talk to yourself. Open up some dialogue. There's something that you are not seeing. Don't miss that opportunity, because it's an opportunity of truth for you to step into your greater truth. You are the alchemist. You are the alchemist. Only you can change things. Nobody else can change it for you. The teacher in you wants to awaken. The teacher in you wants to awaken. Trust the path and allow it to come forward for you. That's really wonderful messages for us this week. I shall see you next week. Over and out.